What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful fight fans across the world? And in this video, we're going to be talking about UFC Fight Night Vegas 100. Yes, the 100th fight night in the Apex. Neil Magny versus Carlos Prates. We're going to talk about it now from the top to the bottom of the card. So, Neil Magny versus Carlos Prates just happened. And in the beginning, it was looking a little scary. We were like, oh no, is Neil Magny actually going to get the fraud check? Is he actually going to pull off the gatekeep? But no, Carlos Prates, he broke away, showed great takedown defense. He reversed a takedown on Neil Magny at one point and then KO'd him with a shot that didn't even look like it connected properly at first. It literally was like a phantom punch, but when you looked at it, it was a perfect, clean shot to the temple. Put Neil Magny out cold. Oh my God. Neil Magny, I've never seen him slump like that before. So that was crazy. Carlos Prates is a problem. He called out Jeff Neal and JDM. Those are two fights I would definitely want to see. Carlos Prates is going to be top 5 material in the welterweight division for sure. I don't know how much about champion, but he can get there. Okay, he's looking like a welterweight Alex Pereira out there with his punching power. He has mystic punching power. He's lanky too. He's like a lanky striker with so much power. How could you not want to watch Carlos Prates? Okay, shout out Carlos Prates. I'm a big fan. I've been a big fan of him since the Radke knockout. I think that was that his last? No, that wasn't his last fight. The last one was the Li Jing Liang. But the fighting nerds, goddamn, they're putting their stamp on the UFC right now, and they're doing it. Okay, we got Marcio Rufi, I think, next week too at the John Jones card. So the fighting nerds are really going out there and bringing a name for themselves. Would you love to see? Next fight on the card, though, Gerald Meerschaert versus Reinier de Ridder. It was such a goofy fight. I don't know. It was an entertaining fight, but it was goofy. Gerald Meerschaert was piecing Reinier de Ridder for the first round. He was piecing him up until the end. He got clipped really bad by Reinier de Ridder. I was like, what the hell? Like, Gerald Meerschaert was doing good. I thought he was about to get the fraud check. The gatekeepers did not do good tonight. Neil Magny and Gerald Meerschaert, the two gatekeepers of their divisions, did not do good tonight. Let's just say that. And Gerald Meerschaert was making competitive with Reinier de Ridder. Honestly, Reinier did not impress me at all with his performance. He was very sloppy. His stand-up was very sloppy. Anybody with some decent striking would absolutely KO him flat. But I guess it is impressive that he subbed Gerald Meerschaert with the arm triangle. I guess that is a little impressive, but still not that impressive. It was an okay performance. It was a goofy fight. Let's just say that. It was a very goofy fight. But he did get the finish in the third round. And this just showed, to be honest to me, the levels between other organizations and the UFC. Because the UFC, Gerald Meerschaert, is not even top 15 in the middleweight division right now. And he was out there giving Reinier de Ridder one of a tough fight. Okay, he was giving him a really tough fight. And yeah, that just shows the levels between other organizations in the UFC. But whoever when Reinier de Ridder reaches somebody with some power in their hands and some good combinations, good takedown defense, it's not going to be good for bro. Let's just say that. But next fight on the list, Gaston Bolanos versus Cortavius Ramones. Let's just say Ilia Topuria got another win this year, because why does this guy look so much like Ilia Topuria? Like, literally, that's all you can think about when he fights. He just looks like Ilia. It's so weird. But Cortavius Ramirez, I'm pretty sure I saw him on the Dana White Contender Series. He has very, very high-level grappling. But he just couldn't really hold Gaston Bolanos down and do some damage to him. He was just threatening submission attempts, I believe, in the second round. But Gaston Bolanos, I feel like he definitely did win this fight. He outdamaged Cortavius Ramirez, but it was a pretty decent fight. Let's just say that. Launa Pinheiro versus Jillian Robertson. Jillian Robertson, I guess, got the decision. To be honest, I really wasn't watching this one because I was doing something during it. But shout out Jillian Robertson. I think she's on a little win streak. So shout out Canada, I guess. Shout out Jillian Robertson. She's one of the only Canadian fighters that's actually on a win streak, so shout out to her for that. But Mansour Abdul Malik versus Dusko Todorovic. I saw this guy on the Dana White Contender Series, and he did not disappoint. He has so much power in his hands, and Dusko was trying to hold him in a leg lock, but he wasn't safe. Okay, any shot that Mansour hits you with, is gonna cause damage, and he basically was like, the TKO was nasty. Mansoor has so much power, and you saw that on the Dana White Contender Series also. So shout out Mansoor Abdul Malik. I'll be excited to see what he does in the middleweight division because he has a lot of power and he has pretty decent grappling. So shout out to him. In the prelims, we got Carolina Kolowickits versus Denise Gomez. It was like, I don't know. I didn't watch this one either, to be honest, because I was eating during this one, but I guess she got the decision. I was watching this one here and there, but I really wasn't seeing what was going on, so I'm not going to speak on that one. Elizu Zaleski dos Santos versus Zach Scrogan. Zach Scrogan. This was a quick one. He KO'd him in like a minute. A minute 15. It was a quick one. Like, a lot of these fights ended in like the first round, in like the first minute. So UFC Vegas 100 was actually a pretty good card. But Zaleski dos Santos, I'm pretty sure Zach Scrogan was undefeated before this fight. So I don't know if he was. Let me check right now. Was he undefeated? It doesn't say their records here. But I think he was undefeated. I'm not 100% sure, but he got his taken away, I guess, in 1 minute by Zaleski dos Santos. But Matthew Semmelsberger versus Charles Radke. Oh my God, Charles Radke has so much power in his hands. The first shot he hit Matthew Semmelsberger's with, he was like bobbing and weaving around the octagon, and then he just started piecing him up. Every shot he was hitting Matthew Semmelsberger with was causing so much damage. He TKO'd him in a minute. He KO'd him on his feet. He was about to, like, one more shot, and Matthew Semmelsberger probably wouldn't have went out cold. Charles Radke is a problem. He has so much power in his hands, and this even makes Carlos Prates look more impressive because he KO'd Charles Radke with a nasty knee up the middle body shot. And Carlos Prates, man, even though we're talking about Charles Radke now, but Carlos Prates made Charles Radke look like easy work. So where's Carlos Prates going to go in the welterweight division? But Cody Stamann versus Damon Blackshear. This was actually, like, it was a good fight up until Cody Stamann got caught with the flying knee. And then Damon Blackshear just absolutely unleashed the grappling on him and got the submission in quick. It was pretty quick after that. He had a guillotine first. And then he was on top with the guillotine, and then he transitioned to the back. That's when he took the back, and then he got the rear naked choke. At first, I thought he was going to go out with the guillotine because it was in so deep, but Cody Stamann, even though he was rocked, he showed great defense, but it wasn't enough because Damon Blackshear has good grappling. He has one of the twisters in the UFC, so Damon Blackshear, he got, like, in his last fight, he just got clipped in, like, the first 20 seconds, so I would watch out for Damon Blackshear. I feel like he's a dark horse in the bantamweight division. He has really good grappling, and I'm really excited to see where his career goes because I feel like he's underrated, and I feel like that fight with Mario Batista, it was really close. Okay, the one he had on the Sean O'Malley card versus Aljo, that fight was pretty close, so we'll talk about Damon Blackshear in the future. But Tresean Gore versus Antonio Tricoli, I didn't see this one either, but I saw the highlights after, and he got him with like a standing guillotine. I was like, damn, a standing guillotine, and Tricoli tapped so quick. Like, I was, like, surprised. I was like, what the hell? But shout out Tresean Gore, I guess. He came off, like, a surgery or something. So, shout out to bro. Shout out to bro, because getting a standing guillotine is very impressive. Bro's John Jones maxing out here. But Claudia Segula versus Melissa Mullins. Oh, my God. Who won? Oh, Melissa Mullins won by TKO in the second round. I didn't want to see this one either because I missed the beginning of this card, but Claudia Segula. Damn. I'm sad to see her get TKO'd in the second round, but I guess that's what happened. I didn't see that one, but shout out UFC Vegas 100. It was a pretty good card. It was pretty entertaining. A lot of finishes. Even though, like, the finishes would happen so quick, so you would watch 20 minutes of ads between each of them, which was the downside. But other than that, it was a pretty good card. Pretty entertaining. Lots of fun fights. And it delivered. Okay, we got two like upcoming contenders beating the gatekeepers in the division, so it makes the UFC just more exciting. Honestly, I think the Ritter winning and Carlos Prates is way more exciting for the UFC than a Neil Magny or a GM3 win. Even though I would have liked to see both of those guys win, but it's more exciting for these two guys to win. But that's it for this video. It was a pretty decent night of fights. I'll rate it a 7, 8 out of 10. For an Apex card, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. That's the Insomnia Score. But let me know down below, what did you guys think of the card? Did you guys watch it? Did you guys enjoy the fights? Leave a like, subscribe. I'm dropping videos like this almost every single day. I have a big ass text next week, and I'm watching this UFC Fight Night Magny versus Prates because I just had to. Okay, I just had to. I'm gonna go study right now. But that's it for this one, and I'll see you, beautiful people, in the next one, man.